Hi everyone and welcome to day 21 of the Duty to Sell challenge. Today I'm going to share with you something really powerful that I've built for myself and that I have used over the past few years to acquire and to master quite a number of skills. From copywriting to public speaking to storytelling to now creating training and all of those frameworks that I've built and shared with you. I'm going to share that with you. And I haven't shared this with many people. I've shared it with a couple of masterminds and very close knit friends. And I'm very excited to now share this with you so you can also benefit from it. Now, the key thing is, as I've mentioned so many times before, I have already seeded quite a few of the ideas, concepts, principles of this training. So hopefully you can use it to your own advantage and benefit from it as well. Okay. So today I'm going to show you how to learn anything with the 5 C's I'm going to share with you and how to skill stack your way to success. Okay. So let's get going on this one. So I'm going to go into the skill stacking 5C method. Actually, I need to go down the whole list and let's start with this. Okay. So the 5C starts with the first word, which is conscious. And as you may have already experienced with the way I teach, it all starts with the reticular activating system, the RAS. Because as we know, there is so many things in the world to do, to think of. There's so many colors, so many things that your brain needs to filter out the things that are more important to you. Let me give you an example. I don't know whether you drive or whether you're looking to drive or whether you've driven for years, right? But here's the thing that I know. Before you realized that driving was a thing, you did not know that driving was something you could learn. So before the age of, let's say, 3, 4, 5, even 10, you were being driven by your parents, by a chauffeur, by a taxi, by people, but you were not aware that this was a skill that you could learn. Your brain wasn't even maybe grown enough or attuned enough, or because this wasn't part of your life. You were more focused on having fun, playing games. You were not worried about learning to drive at that point. And because you knew that you can't learn to drive until you turn maybe 16 and 18 based on the country, maybe you did not even think about it until you turned 16. That was my case. So you were not conscious, you were not aware that this was even a skill you could learn. In the same way, you came to me right now, you are in this core community, you are learning from my training, because maybe you've just recently realized that if you want to make more sales, if you want to make more sales consistently, there is a way to learn to sell. And I was in your situation, I was in your shoes in 2018 when I left my job as a chartered accountant. I had no idea selling was a skill. So I wasn't aware. So before you can learn anything, any new skill, you need to be aware, you need to be conscious. Okay? Now, throughout these 30 days, I have opened your mind, hopefully, in a good way. I have shared with you new ways of thinking about your identity, about your beliefs, about how you perceive yourself as a salesperson, about how you realize the importance of this so that you can do the next thing, which is choose. Because like I mentioned so many times before, we have a choice. We have a choice in the way we think about things. Even though we may believe that thoughts just happen to us, I hope through this training I have given you the realization that thoughts are still created by ourselves. But that through habits, through places that we were born, raised, through the language we were taught and learned, some of the thoughts we have had in the past may have been controlled by our upbringing. However, because you're now conscious about it, because now you see the matrix, would you agree that you do have some control about your thoughts? But more importantly, like I said so many times, the dragon's tongue. You do have a choice as to how you see any situation that happens to you or for you. Again, can you see the difference? Thinking that something happens to us makes us a victim that we can't control. However, looking at things happening for us means that all of those things are happening for a good reason. But again, that proves the point that you can choose. So if you want to learn a new skill, which hopefully I'm going to share quite a bit of a new skill for you in this call, you will have the chance to choose whether you want to keep doing the things that you've been doing and potentially not getting you the results you want to get, or because now you're aware of the things you are doing wrong and you're aware of how you could do things differently, you will choose the things that will give you the best return on your time, on your money, on your efforts. And by choosing, you get to then change the result you are getting. And let this sink, right? Because you're aware now, you can choose the thoughts you are having. Because you can choose the thoughts, you can choose the actions you take. And with the new actions you take, the results you're going to get are going to change. But your actions needs to change first from the decision you've made and the choice you've made of the way you see the world, the way you see things going forward. Okay? Now, once you've changed, it's very easy to make a change. And you've seen it, guys. How many people want to change for the new year? Everyone has a New Year's resolution, right? They buy a gym membership, they change, and within a month or two, that change goes back to the old habits. And this is why most people can't really learn a new skill. That's because they can't stick long enough for the change to become their new self. And this is why last video I told you, if you're still with me on day 20, if you're still with me on day 21, congratulations, you are one of the few. And this is very unfortunate, but this is the reality of it, and this is why at the top there's not that many people, because people can't stick to things to the end. But if you stay with me, if you keep doing this, I can promise you, you will see results. Now, here's the beauty of it. What has really helped me over the years is turning all of my skills into an unconscious behavior, so that they are not skills that I aim to achieve, it become part of me. Now, the way I speak right now, I have got some pretty good comments, feedback from people, and one of my clients actually came to me because she wanted to learn how I speak. I can promise you guys, I wasn't this way literally 8 years ago. I was not aware that my speech was holding me back, but I chose to make a change, and I changed. So let me come back to this. I wasn't conscious, that my speech, that I didn't know how to speak properly, right? When I realized that was the case, I invested in myself and got a training, went into a program about public speaking, and I chose to invest and to work on myself and to build up this new way of thinking about public speaking as the first thing. And I started changing how I speak, the tone of my voice, the range, the pauses, the storytelling. But the key thing, guys, is I kept on working at it every single day. And the beauty as to what I've shared with you last time, and again, you may want to write it down if you don't remember, every day, in every way, I get better and better and better. If you haven't started doing this yet, guys, I strongly suggest that you write it down somewhere that's very obvious to you, in the morning or in the evening, whether it's on your mirror, whether it's next to your bed. Repeat this line like an incantation, like an affirmation, 1 minute every single day, guys. This will be one of the biggest change you will do, and it will condition your mind to always improve, always get better at everything. But coming back to my speaking abilities, I conditioned myself so I can make this something that happens to me naturally, or happens for me naturally. In the same way, every exercise that I've shared with you guys, I've done it. Whether it's finding the positive, so doing the dragon's eye exercise, I've done it. Where now I find it hard to find negative things in life, and people appreciate that. But it all came through as a conditioning exercise, because conditioning is what allows me to build those habits. And the beauty of having all of those skills as habits is that, one, I don't need to think about them. They are just there. They are just happening in the background. Two, because it's happening in the background, guys, my RAS is also happening in the background. I'm also always learning. And number three, because I'm always learning and testing unconsciously, I'm always improving my skills. Like I mentioned to you, me learning to ski, after 2 years of not skiing, I was a lot better. Now I haven't skied for a few years, but I promise you, I'm very confident when I get back on my skis, I will be even better at this. And this is why I've built this whole training here, so that everything is built, so I give you the awareness, help you make you conscious of all of those things happening in your mind, about selling, about yourself, about all of those crazy things, giving you the choice as to where you want to go with them, giving you the exercises to allow you to change, and putting these exercises into a situation where you do them again and again and again, so that it becomes second nature. I hope that this allows you to kind of see how I'm teaching you, and see how I'm going to keep teaching you for as long as you work with me in this cool community. Because I believe this is powerful into building you skills that will stay with you for life. Because I've seen, and I've done it myself, I've learned so many things where within a few months, I don't even remember what I learned because I wasn't taught the right way and I didn't learn the right way. Now, the cool thing is what I call the claiming part, or you could call it calm. Like I've said, once I've been conditioned, once I've been doing it, I can now just claim the results of this skill. Claiming the results of this skill means when I learn my public speaking, I could now go to any group of people and command the attention. I mean, for some people, so I was at my sister's wedding and my cousin's wedding, and I did the speech without notes, which is funny because for most people, speaking without notes for 15-20 minutes is a feat in itself, but for us, it's a normal thing. But speaking with the ability to influence and to help people to buy from you, buy into your ideas, into your products, into your services, is to me the key thing of speaking, of public speaking. And this is some of the ideas, not ideas actually, this is a training that I will have in the Leverage Influence Phase 4 series, which I'm going to dive into a bit later. But this is where you're going to learn more about how to storytell, to sell, how to control your voice in terms of tonality, speed, speech, right? And how to structure a presentation so that people want to buy from you. Right? Just to give you an example, I spoke to a group of five people, but really 6 was actually people that could buy from me. And within 20 minutes, I got them to all want to work with me, and I got a client, which was a high-paying client. I also used the same skill to literally create a 30-second elevator pitch within minutes and allow 5 people from a group of 50 to want to work with me, and got to close 1 person and work with me on that. And I'm going to teach you how to do this, where you can close as many people as possible. And I myself, I would be honest, I'm still getting better at this, so I would also share my journey as I get better at this. But by the way, if you have not realized, I've already been using this skill throughout this challenge with you to help you buy into my ideas, help you buy into me, and hopefully show you the importance of doing all of the trainings that I've been sharing with you. Okay, now, importance of conditioning your mind, I think I've drilled that long enough, but the more you do something, the stronger you're going to get at it until it becomes part of who you are, and that's why it becomes part of your identity. And that's why for 30 days I've been banging about the importance of you understanding that selling is your duty. The more I say, the more you see it, the more I prove it to you through different angles, different stories, different teachings. Hopefully, after the end of the 30 days, you will have a new belief on selling, meaning you will be able to sell more, even without any scripts, even without any knowledge of questions, just with your own belief that you need to sell to someone. But to get consistency, to close more deals and bigger deals, keep on going through phase level 2, phase level 3. And if you want to close on a leverage basis, meaning instead of closing one-on-one, where it's one, you're only spending time with one person and closing one, you could be closing one to many. Meaning in one meeting, in one presentation, you could be making 5, 10, 100 times more money, help more people in that process. And this is where we're going to take you. Okay? Now, like I said, conditioning your mind is so important. And one of the key things that has really made a difference to my world, in my life, was finding positives in everything that happens to me choosing that it happened for me. So my challenge for you now, I know this is only for 30 days here, but my challenge for you is you keep on doing the exercise of the dragon's eye for the next 180 days. Because if you do it over 180 days, I promise you, your brain will start to find positives in everything in life. Even if it's not for sales, can you see how much more powerful you will be in life if you cannot be depressed, if you can only see opportunities everywhere, if you can only see the good things in life, how much better of a person you will be for the people around you, for your clients, for your family. Okay? The next thing I want you to do, this is a mistake, this needs to be for the dragon's mirror. So I want you to also, and again, right, this is going to be your choice, but I strongly believe if you do that, you will see the impact it has. Alright, so what we're going to do, okay, so what we're going to do for the dragon's mirror, we're going to add the dates and add them to your calendar. Now, I will let you do it on your own, but I will show you what I mean by that. So the dragon's mirror, as you can see, okay, we've got the date 2nd of March, so you're going to put the date here at the end, 2nd of March 2026, okay. Then you will do it again at the end of this challenge. Now what I want you to do is every quarter you keep on updating the mirror and sharing it with the group. So this will be in another 9 days, on the 9th of March. So if you add 3 more months, so that if you do this, what you would want to do, rename this. Actually, rename this one first. So we're going to do that on the, oops, we're going to do that on the 9th of March. Then we're going to do this on the 9th of June. Do it then on the 9th of September. And then do it again on the 9th of December. Okay. Now, do it as many times as you would want. I would say if you do it once a quarter, because like I said to you, I've just explained it to you, right? Your brain will keep on working, and the more you practice it, by the way, because you're going to have clients, you're going to have sales calls, you're going to practice it with your loved ones. This skill is just going to get better and better and better. And I can't wait to see your dragon's mirror in 3 months' time, in 6 months' time, in 12 months' time. And every time you're updating this, please do what we've just done. Copy the whole thing, post in the group, and actually if you could also add which snapshot you're at, that would be amazing, because then I can also see how much you've grown. And yeah, by the way, if you're, because I know most people won't do it, if in a year's time you are one of the few that is posting their dragon's mirror, I will give you at least one free one-on-one with me. And at this point, people are paying me $250 per hour to speak to me on a one-on-one basis. In a year's time, this will most likely go up. So, very valuable. Do this. I can't wait to then see how I can help you. At the same time, guys, if you do want to work with me on a group basis, on a one-on-one basis, somewhere in the classroom, somewhere in the page, you will find a link where you can book a call, and let's see if I can help you to kind of get results faster. And yeah, get in touch. But that's it from me for today. Now let's do the tracker completion. I would also say, do put those on your calendar, please, because that will help you to remind yourself of doing it. And yeah, let's do the tracker and let's do the post for the day. Let me pause and do this and I'll come back. Okay, so the usual, you go to day 91, the videos will be here. You click below, there will be a post. Usual, you copy the whole thing. Okay, and then we're going to post it down here. Day 21, we're going to put the spaces. Okay, then make sure you're putting your name here. Alright, now what we're going to do, we're going to find the good thing. So good thing 1, 2, 5. Okay, paste. Then we're going to have the ahas. So let me pause and write a few. Okay, so I've got the good thing, I've got the ahas, I've got the teachings. And again, guys, like I said in the previous videos, doing the Dragon's Tongue exercise is a powerful tool. Do it as many times as you can. Do share it as well. Let me know if you want me to create a category just for this. If you want more help, that could be a great place to have it. Let me know. Dragon's Vault, again, do that once a week, twice a week, every 2 weeks, or once a month, whichever. Do make sure you keep on adding those achievements. Those are powerful when things get tough. Bring your sales wins as well, your Dragon's Hoard. Collect all of your wins, all of your sales, all of the money you've made. Keep it for yourself so you can read back and you know that you've got the power. Okay, now we're going to fill the tracker again. So train 21 done. Okay, make sure you've added, I forgot to add this here. So we're going to do edit. We're going to put this up. We're going to go to day 20. Put the comment here first. So what we need to add, guys. Update the dates on the dragons, mirrors, templates in the Dragon's Forge. Then I'll put yes or no, so you choose which one are yours. Add these dates on your calendar so you don't forget to update them. Okay, and guys, this is the best thing. Looking at how you've grown is what will confirm that it's working and that you can keep on getting stronger and better. And because there's a lot more to learn, especially with the other phases and the layers, oh my goodness, I can't wait to see how much more you grow. Okay, so we're going to fill that in. We're going to put the posts, the wins. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're at 580 points. We're going to put that in here. And copy, and we're going to paste in here. Find the link. Okay, now the reason you're sharing the link, guys, is so I can go back and check. Because anyone that finishes the whole challenge and make those posts, I will refund you the whole investment for the month. And out of everyone who's completed the challenge, every month I will give away £250 for one of you, either because you've done the most points or you've done some amazing ahas and some amazing wins. And you know, the more we do it, the more I see what comes through, we will make it better. And again, I'll ask you guys, what is it that you would want for awards, challenges? Maybe we'll create some cool merch as well. We'll see how it goes and we'll evolve with that. But the next thing we're going to do, guys, as you know, the usual, we're going to come down here, day 21, we're going to find the dragon's eye. Then you go to the community, find the dragon's eye, post that here. X, put that here, and post. Then we're going to find the dragon, the ahas. Here, post. And then we're going to find the wins. And again, guys, any ahas, any wins, just post them. They don't need to be with the challenge. I just want to see you winning. I want to see other people being inspired by your wins. I want to also then reward you for your wins, because that's how we all grow and get better at this. Okay, so that's it from me. Have a good day.